Whiney here. I'm starting a new vlog. It's like a video blog. Happy New Year, and I'm starting my New Year's resolution. Because guess what? I got fat from the holidays. Oh, yeah. Oh, look at the big belly. Oh, New Year's resolution, here we go. Okay, day 2. I just went for a jog. I'm starting to lose weight, I think. I'm gonna keep this up, just you wait. I gotta go back to the running. Hey guys, it's Whiny coming at you live. I'm starting to see some muscles. Yeah, check this out, yeah. What's going on, guys? I see you guys after my shower. 99, 100, 101, 102. Did my usual 102 and a half. I'm going to have a very strong face. Okay, guys, I'm in someone's basement. I don't know how to get out of here. Today's exercise will be figuring how to get out of here. We're going to figure this out. I swear I just heard a noise. Hey, guys, going for the jog. I'll check in with you later, okay? Yeah, hi. I'll get that number 4 with, I may have cheated. Alright, guys. I haven't been able to keep up with my New Year's resolution because I have a TV show to shoot. You know, excuses and stuff. I could show you around, though. I'm here on the set of Whine and Cheeze. Take a look. There's the microphone and the green screen and all the lights and stuff. That's my stand-in. Screw New Year's, you know, and the resolution. I've been working out for quite a while now. Hey, Alexa, what date is it?
It has only been 4 hours since the last time you asked.
Time to weigh myself. Oh my God, what is that? An enormous cat? Okay, time to weigh myself. It doesn't say anything. I guess we'll have to do this another way. Okay, I've got an idea. I was purchased on a website. I bet they have shipping weight information on there. 4 ounces? Oh my God, how much did I eat? New Year's resolutions.
My man, there is no problem that Cheeze cannot fix. Except for maybe this one. I'm gonna need some good stuff.
Haven't seen you in a while. Would you give up cheese for New Year's? Forget your resolution. I got your cheese solution. Triple Creams, my favorite of the group. Delice de Bourgogne, Saint Stephen, and Cremeux de Citeaux with Truffle.
I'm sorry, did you say triple cream? Let's talk about it. Triple cream is included in the family of bloomy rinded cheeses, like a brie. But what distinguishes them from brie is that they are 75% fat content in solid matter. Now, that doesn't mean that they're 75% fat, because triple creams are generally about 50% water content, but that does still mean that they're about 37-38% fat, and that means that they're not too good for you, but they're great for your soul. Now, we like triple creams with sparkling wine, especially. Prosecco, Champagne, that's the classic pairing for triple creams. And for that reason, they also are delightful pairings with caviar or anything that might cut through some of the fattiness of a triple cream cheese.
For New Year's, we're breaking out the celebratory cheeses, triple cream cheeses. These are the cheeses that you want to eat with champagne. If you're celebrating and bringing in the new year with your loved ones, you want to do it with champagne and a really great triple cream.
As is the case with most cheeses, the price of a triple cream cheese will vary depending on how it is produced and who is producing it. If it's made in a larger factory, something like, say, Saint Andre or Explorator, it can be found for under $15 a unit, which is a pretty good price for a cheese. But you'll also find cheeses made by hand, laboriously looked after by an affineur, that are really some of the best cheeses that exist, period, not even just best triple creams, that you'll find for 30, 40, and sometimes even a little bit more than that per pound. So ask your monger what's good for the price, or just, I want to splurge, what's the best triple cream I can get? They'll be happy to let you try a few and have you make up your mind. It's hard to say what our single best triple cream is because there are several that are really great. It's all a matter of preference. I love the St. Stephen's, which is actually made in upstate New York by a company called Four Fat Fowl. It's a really beautiful triple cream. They come in about half-pound wheels, so you can easily just peel back the top and scoop into it almost like an instant fondue. One of our most popular condiments at Bruno Bros is the Cinnful pecan, which is a cinnamon and cocoa dusted pecan that is great in many applications, especially after dinner. I serve it to my kids all the time, crumbled up over vanilla ice cream. And one of our favorite things to do with triple cream cheeses is turn that on its head. Have the Cinnful pecan be the base, top it with some of the triple cream cheese, and then just like a traditional ice cream float, top it with a little bit of a Basque cherry on top of that. It is the perfect and simplest after dinner bite, and you'll wow your guests every time. Triple cream cheeses are generally very milky and mild, so they work in many applications, and you can experiment with the flavors you pair with them. We think they are best used as an appetizer or as a dessert, but you can also use them in savory applications. For the New Year's, when we're popping champagne to pair with our triple cream, sometimes we'll put a little dollop of caviar and a little zest of lemon on top for a truly unique pairing.
So triple cream cheeses are a lot more delicate than the rest of the cheese families. Triple creams need to be wrapped in wax paper and stored in your crisper drawer. Keep them away from blues because they will collect blue very, very quickly. They'll ask the blue mold spores to come and join them and then turn moldy very quick. They last roughly about 2 weeks in your fridge. So don't buy too big a piece. Don't buy more than you're going to eat within a week or two.
Triple cream cheeses, because they are so high in moisture, are one of the quickest to deteriorate amongst all the families of cheese. So buy only what you plan on consuming within a couple days and then go back for more. When it's in your fridge, keep it wrapped on the paper. You still don't want to put it in saran wrap. That will suffocate it and promote the growth of mold. Keep it in the paper, use it in a couple days, you should be good to go.
Some people ask for triple cream cheeses and they get confused between the triple creams and the double cream. A double cream cheese is a brie, it's your basic brie, which is 60%, right? So when you taste that versus a triple cream that's 75%, you really taste the difference. And it's all about the texture and the flavor. That's why when you put it in your mouth, it almost tastes like the texture of butter.
Double cream cheeses have a fat content of at least 60% in dry matter, whereas triple cream cheeses are 75%. What that ultimately means is that the triple cream cheeses are more scoopable. You could almost just dollop a little bit on a spoon and eat it right off the spoon, whereas the double cream cheeses are still going to have to be cut with a knife. Stylistically, there's really not much variation between what the French and Americans produce as triple cream cheese. But please don't assume that just because it's imported that it's better. A lot of what comes to the United States is made in a factory in France, whereas what is made in the United States is made on a farm. Do yourself a favor, taste before you buy, know exactly what it is that you're getting. Don't assume that the French is better just because it's French.
So all triple cream cheeses generally have an edible rind. So when you see that white mold on the outside of triple creams and double creams, they're edible rinds. So it's white mold that is an edible mold, an edible rind. If I were going to build this board, I would add Cinnful cocoa pecans, Basque cherries, and yuzu oil. With triple cream and champagne for the holiday, you want to build the perfect caviar bite.
Thanks for the cheese, guys. Really amazing information. Really appreciate it. I love triple cream cheeses. And for you guys at home, I just want to point something out. It's not triple cream cheeses, it's triple cream cheeses. All right, I say we head over to Keith and see what he's got in store for us wine-wise.
Well, Happy New Year. We got here finally. And my resolution is actually to murder anyone who has resolutions. Why? Why do we do this? I know. All right. Nope. No resolutions. I just want to drink. So New Year's Eve is not about parties. It's about drinking. It's not about going to the best party. It's going to the place that has the best bubblies. And it has to be bubbles. It has to be bubbles. This is the one time we all hand in hand agree that champagne is awesome. That bubbles are awesome. And I don't know why. So I don't care about New Year's. I really don't care. All I care about is the fact that we all agree that one day a year we celebrate bubbles. And I don't know. This is bubble celebration day for me. I love this. And because, bubbles are my thing. How can you not love it? They're the happiest thing you can do with your mouth. Where's Whiney? Decadence-wise. So now you start with bubbles and you work your way out. You work your way out from bubbles, and what's the cheese? Well, cheese has to be something decadent. It has to be so intense. It has to be like you take a brie, but then you actually just add more. And just add more cream, make it dense, make sure that it actually has the texture of actual cake. That is what a triple cream is. And champagne is the star here. The champagne is always going to be a star. It has to be the star. It's the freaking diva of wines. And it will cut through like a knife through all that fatty unctuousness of the triple cream. Just cut through it. And you'll just, every bite of that triple cream cheese, you'll be like, oh my God, it's delicious. Then you have the champagne or the bubbles, and you're like, nope, I don't even remember that cheese. I just remember the awesome bubbles. Of course, you're asking me that question. Well, what are bubbles? Why is champagne champagne? And now, first off, you gotta remember that Champagne is a place. It's actually in northern France. There's an area called Champagne, and all around there, they produce bubbly wines. Don't call things that aren't from Champagne champagne. They get very angry. They actually will, if you call your wine champagne, they will sue you. You can't even use like a term called champagne method. Nope, they will sue your ass. They are very, very particular about this, and rightfully so. Champagne itself, it's on a class with nobody else in the world, right? But it is costly, right? You're shelling out $20 to $50, $100 for a really good bottle of champagne. My bling bling lifestyle, I can afford that once a year. I'm okay. It's Champagne's holiday. That's the day we all drink bubbles. But they're not the only one that makes authentic bubbles. And how you get the bubbles into the wine actually depends on how it tastes and how good it is. And the only way to do that is what's called the classic method. It used to be called the champagne method before the region started suing everybody. But this method is you actually make your wine, you make it, and then you actually add additional yeast and sugar into the wine. You put a cap on it, like a beer cap, and you let it re-ferment in the bottle. And that re-fermentation it produces a little bit of alcohol, but it also produces a lot of carbon dioxide. And now carbon dioxide is a gas, and if it can get out, it'll just leave. in bubbles. It'll leave. But if it can't, it actually becomes dissolved into the liquid itself. And that's what happens with champagne. You ever notice there's a massive cork, but then there's also this metal wrapping around it that's sort of holding it in place? Well, that has to be there, because if it's not, there's so much pressure from that carbon dioxide in the bottle that the cork would just pop right out. And in fact, when you open that bottle, don't be a dumbass. Keep your hand on top of it, because you can actually, that cork will fly off. I have hit people in the face with corks. I have. I was drunk, but I did it. One time I did intentionally. That was my mother-in-law. She's a lovely lady, but I did that. Let me own that. I did that intentionally. Sorry. It's right, amazing. So why this is bubbling right now, why it's because it's carbon dioxide escaping. And those bubbles are where all the flavor comes from. The bubbles surrounding those bubbles are actually where most of the flavor molecules are actually adhered to those bubbles as they fly down. So when you hit your mouth, remember, I've told you in times past that everything is about the olfactory gland in your nose, not about your taste buds. Every flavor you get has to become gaseous first. Well, guess what? It's already gas in your wine, right? It's all the bubbles in champagne are coated with the flavor molecules. So when they burst in your mouth, all of a sudden you have these explosions of flavors, and they're delicious. And they tend to really good champagne tastes like fresh baked bread. It tastes like fresh flowers. It tastes like gingerbread. Oh, they're delicious. And then the base wine that champagne is made out of is a very, very high acid wine. It's so high acid in the fact that it would, if you didn't have the bubbles, it would taste nasty. But that high acidity just cuts through the triple cream, because acid is like a squeegee for your tongue when it comes to fats. It actually starts to break them down right off your tongue so you can taste again. It's amazing. It's like, it's like Groundhog Day. You take a bite of the cheese. It's delicious. Have the wine. Oh, the wine's delicious. Oh, I don't remember the cheese. No, I'm going to eat the cheese again. Oh, that's delicious. And that just keeps happening over and over again, because you don't have a fat buildup on your tongue or in your mouth, which will actually hamper the flow of all of these flavor molecules from entering your olfactory gland. It's awesome. It's great science. It's boozy science. Now, here's the thing. There's a few other places in the world that actually make wines as good as champagne. The one that's most important, the one you should write down, is Cava in Spain. Northern Spain makes, and in fact, they perfected this method of making bubbles. So Champagne and other places in France did it first, but then in the 1800s, Spain sent a few of their folks, a couple winemakers, over to France. They learned the art, and then they adapted it and perfected it. So actually now, the method of making wines in Champagne is they actually borrowed back from the Spanish. So they actually adopted, even though the Spanish took their ideas, they made them better, and then the French were like, oh shit, the Spanish folks actually, winemakers they created something even better than what we're doing, so they actually double dipped. They took that back. Now we consider it the Spanish method. Here's the thing that will blow your mind, is that, champagne will cost $50, $40, $100. Cava, $15, $20. And I'll tell you a story. It's a long story. It's a very boring story. But let me cut it down to the very, very specific thing that matters. I was actually in a blind tasting for bubbles, and I got all of them right. And there was a whole bunch of master sommeliers there and winemakers, and I'm hitting all of them except for one. I tasted a wine, and I was like, the last wine. This wine is low-tier champagne, like $20, $30 bottle of champagne. And what it was Cava. It was an $8 bottle of Cava. And from that point on, that was about 8 years ago. And from that point on, I will drink it always. I'm not drinking it today. I'm drinking champagne today because it's New Year's. But day to day, you should drink bubbles all the time. I drink bubbles all the time, and it's going to be Cava. All right. So bubbles around the world are made with different grapes. And in Spain, it's very different than France. But in Champagne, though, the grapes, the grapes. You know them. They're actually Chardonnay and Pinot Noir, and a variant of Pinot Noir called Pinot Meunier. It's almost identical to Pinot Noir. It's just a little bit different. It's a little furry on the outside, but that doesn't matter. So these grapes, right, which we know Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, one thing you know about Pinot Noir, it's a red wine, but in Champagne what they do is they actually ferment them off the skins, and when you ferment Pinot Noir or any red wine off the skins, it's clear, just like this. This wine in front of me is actually 60% Pinot Noir. It's mostly, even though it's clear. That's amazing, right? And so you get some of those interesting Pinot Noir flavors and Chardonnay flavors, but in a bubbly framework. Fantastic.
Thanks, Keith. I really appreciate that information. I will definitely think twice before calling any sparkling wine champagne. Didn't realize they were so strict about it, and I really want to try that cava. Ooh, I think I'll go get some now. But first, why don't we head down to Penns Woods Winery and see what they've got for us.
Welcome back and Happy New Year. Oh, like we said in old country, buon anno. Today we're gonna pair our triple creams with our Chardonnay Reserve 2016.
Happy New Year! If you have a triple cream cheese, the best wine to pair with this would be a Chardonnay. Triple cream cheeses typically have a very soft, buttery flavor to them, which is beautiful with a semi-oaked, or just a lightly oaked Chardonnay. So it still has a little bit of the creamy flavor to it, but it's got the nice crisp acidity, sort of the fruit flavors, and then a little bit of a caramel flavor on the palate, which is a nice contrast to the creamy flavors that you have in the triple cream.
Chardonnay is one of the varietal like really known that comes from France, but of course it's been planted all over the world. The most known, like I said, is France or California, but we grow like outstanding Chardonnay in Pennsylvania too, especially here in Brandywine Valley. The climate, the sun, the exposure, the soil that we have, they're perfect for Chardonnays. Our Chardonnay grows on top of the hill with a rocky and clay soil and absorbs the best light of the morning and the greatest light of the evening. Of course, Chardonnay can be vinified in way different ways. Old style, new style, California, Pennsylvania, Australia, everybody does a little bit different. So if we're thinking about Chardonnay from Europe, the old world, we're gonna appreciate a lot of the varietal characteristic, a lot of nose of flower, a beautiful bouquet, and brilliant acidity. Thinking about Chardonnay from California, there's gonna be like a lot of dry apricot, vanilla, a lot of oak into it. Pennsylvania is own unique way to explain what Chardonnay is by just having a glass of. Our Chardonnay has a beautiful acidity underlined with great flavor, and the nose is what really is the power of our wine. It's beautiful, clean, crispy nose with a lot of flower, tropical, and hint of citric.
Chardonnay is a natural crossing of Pinot Noir and a white varietal called Gouais Blanc. So Pinot Noir and Chardonnay are typically grown together. You're gonna find them in the same place. So at Penns Woods Winery, we grow Chardonnay. Our vines are around 50 years old, and Chardonnay is a very adaptable varietal. So the vines can adapt to any type of terroir, so they are grown all over the world.
The characteristic of our Chardonnay, they go just between the Chardonnay from France and the Chardonnay from California. We situated just between the two greatest region for Chardonnay. And of course, we want to make our Chardonnay as like a Pennsylvania Chard. The character, they're not like too oaky or too acidity. It's something like between, some flavor of oaked and some flavor of freshness and tropical in this wine. One of the pairings of Chardonnay is Pinot Noir, and this will tell us the Chardonnay adapts really well to the place where it's being grown. Between France, Italy, East Coast United States, West Coast Chile, Chardonnay expressed the most of this terroir. Terroir is actually not just the ground. Terroir is the soil, the climate, and the pedoclimate. So everything that is between the soil where the plant lives and the air and everything around makes the terroir. And of course, the man has big impact on the terroir and how the plant grow and they go through growing season. As I said before, Chardonnay can be vinified in different ways. Chardonnay in that way express some characteristics. Sometimes the Chardonnay can be dry and can have some sweetness behind it. It's not because they had sugar or some residual from the fermentation. The vinification in some cases is made inside oak barrels that with the fermentation and aging in a barrel move some tannins and oxidate a little bit this wine in a way that the taste comes a little bit rounder. You can tell the fruit is a little bit more ripe. That one is more like the style of California. If you want a more dry kind of wine, you probably want to choose Chardonnay from Bourgogne or Pennsylvania.
So if you like a lightly oak Chardonnay, like we're pairing with the Triple Creams, Penns Woods Winery produces a fantastic lightly oak Chardonnay, and they are highly award-winning wines.
If you want to try something else to pair with Triple Cream, something to cut the fat, try some celebratory wine.
So come on down and you can check it out.
Thanks, Davide. I'm really excited about trying that slightly oaked Chardonnay because I'm not the biggest fan of overly oaked Chardonnays or the stainless steel kind, so I bet yours is super delicious. All right, now it's time to go to Thirsty Dice, but I'm gonna go try this Chardonnay and maybe I'll make Bethany go and host a party again with our friends. See you guys later, and Happy New Year!
Happy New Year! Do you know what I'm not going to do this new year? Make a resolution, because 1, I hate resolutions. 2, I hate sticking to resolutions. So what's even the point?
Happy New Year's!
Hi guys, we
Happy
finally
New
made it.
Year's.
Can we make a resolution to not make resolutions?
Oh, come on, you're gonna be that person?
I just hate when people make resolutions and don't stick with them.
Really?
Or do
I made a
something.
resolution this year.
What is your resolution?
I wanted to have better experiences. I wanted to put my phone down and I just wanted to go and enjoy something. And if I remember it, I remember it. But you know what? I have fun. That's what I want.
That's
just
right.
like freedom.
All right.
Can I be honest with you? Like, I wish I could be that person, but I need my phone for pictures. I literally look back at pictures, don't remember. But okay, resolutions. I'm gonna make a resolution this year to expand my palate. I'm interested in new stuff.
I think we're halfway there.
Yeah, we're doing well with the show.
We are doing very well. You know, resolutions for me, I don't feel like there should be a set time to decide to do something. It shouldn't be the beginning of the year, I want to do something, I'm going to put I feel like at any point in the year, whether it's February, whether it's March, whether it's May, you should be able to say, you know what? I want to expand my palate, or I want to have a good experiences. And then from that moment on, go and do that. You don't have to wait for a brand new year to do that. So
I am
that's where I stand.
a New Year's success story.
Ooh.
With the gym. I told myself I was going to go to the gym, and a year later, it's just become a part of my life. I go like 5 times a week. I don't even know, like, but now I like going. You know what I mean? At first, it was a chore, and now it's like if I don't go, I'm like so sad.
Can we talk about the fact that I dislike, I don't mind resolutions. I hate when people post about them.
That is
Resolution
different.
should be
People
for
who
you.
are in your face about the resolution, like you never. I see you guys all the time, and you never even knew about my resolution.
Right.
You know, it's different when someone is like bragging about it and just always in your face about it. It's like, okay, calm down.
Yeah. They want you to know that they're making a resolution.
And is it like a resolution for yourself, or is it really just a resolution?
To say you have
just
one.
to say that you have one?
Yeah, some people, they just like to be part of the resolution.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah.
Right.
The resolution revolution.
Oh.
We're the shot.
We love that one.
I think we should probably make a resolution to not stop drinking wine and eating cheese. Though.
That is true. Bethany, tell us about this cheese and wine.
All right, our cheese of the day is Triple Cream. So the rules are the same. We have our 3 beverages. We're gonna try a little bit of the cheese, take a sip of each of the beverages, and pick your favorite. It's just that easy. All right, guys, give it a go.
I love
Awesome.
All right, let's go.
Triple cream cheese. Oh my
Oh
god.
wow.
Really good.
That's really good.
We have tried a lot of cheeses on this show.
Oh, yeah.
This might be my favorite.
And this is just like, you can't go wrong.
Oh my god, it's so good. Yeah. Okay,
How about
Whiny.
this wine, guys?
Really delicious.
Okay. Do we have to pick just one? I know that's the
I know.
rules, but
Honestly,
I feel like it's New Year's. Can't we resolve to pick 2?
Can't we mix drinks on New Year's, guys?
Yeah.
No consequences.
Okay. That's starting the year.
No
out, right?
consequences on New Year's. Yeah, that can't be a good start.
You know what I
Maybe
hate about-
it's like a good end. You know?
Don't you think that New
Yes.
Year's you go through so much pressure to have a good time, and so much
Yes.
pressure to look good?
No, agreed.
And so much. It's a pressure holiday. Like
I
anything
think
is.
all holidays are kind of pressure.
It's true.
Like, I definitely get a little nervous on holidays because it's like I have to look a certain way, I have to be a certain way. I think like the holidays that are the most fun are the ones you just like. It's a day to celebrate like life. Like you know what I mean? You can't think too much into it.
Yeah.
Do you guys have like friend holidays versus family holidays?
Yeah, New Year's became a friend holiday. For
Yeah, it's
me.
a friend holiday for
Yeah, it
me.
used
Like
to be
I
a
never
family.
spend it with my family.
I think it's a good friend holiday because during Christmas, obviously you're with your family.
You
Most
get the
likely.
cycle. You get the Thanksgiving, the Christmas Eve,
Right,
Christmas Day.
right.
They
and
compact
New Year's Day.
everything at the end of the year, so you're like, please, something new.
Wait,
for
guys,
the new year.
we have to talk about this wine and cheese. Did you guys pick your favorite?
I did.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
this one was easy for me.
It
All
was
right, I'm
really
ready.
difficult, but like all of it was really delicious.
Although like truly, I could eat this
all day.
triple cream cheese forever,
Somebody get me a bagel.
and some logs.
I'm ready.
Yes.
Definitely think they all paired really well. This was a very soft flavored cheese. And so, definitely number one though. What was it drinking?
That's an actual glass of champagne from the Champagne region in France. The bubbles cut through the fattiness of the triple cream cheese.
Okay, I could see it. The bubbles kind of cut out the creaminess.
Well, I also really loved this cream cheese, triple cream cheese. I think the champagne was great. I don't know what this was, but I think I'm gonna go with the beer again, number 3, because I just like the way that it tasted after having the triple cream cheese. Then a sip of this, all washed down together very nicely.
That's a Saison beer, which actually has more carbonation than a normal beer. So it's the same principle where the bubbles cut through the fattiness of the cheese. The Saison beer also has notes of fruit and spice to it, so it's really good for the holiday season.
Ooh.
Oh, Saison. Saison.
It's delicious.
This is the saison.
Saison.
That's how you crack a joke.
Take notes, boys.
So I think I'm kind of a sucker for the season. I have to go with number 1. Like I feel like it's just so festive. Everything just works together. It's delicious. I'm happy. Making some maybe New Year's resolutions.
Well, for me, first of all, this cheese, it's like sort of like a beginner's cheese. Like I feel like anybody could taste it, anybody would like it. It's like a good way to like start if you wanted to like start trying new cheeses. It's a good way to get into it because it's just so likable. Like you can't not like it. It's like the texture's perfect and everything. And then this time around, I think drink-wise, I am leaning towards this. I love a good champagne, and this is really nice and festive. But I think today I'm gonna go with this one.
Barb, it's absolutely a great starter cheese if you want to start getting into these higher quality cheese brackets. But the drink that you tried, that you liked, that you picked, is the Penns Woods Winery Slightly Oaked Chardonnay. What's, again, really great about this Chardonnay is that if you can't decide between something that's super oaky from the West Coast and you're not sure about the stainless steel from the France variety of Chardonnay, a Slightly Oaked is perfect in the middle and great with this triple cream cheese.
Oh, I love Chardonnays.
Love a
Okay.
good Chardonnay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for coming, and Happy New Year! Now, let's hear a few words from Whiney. Me? Oh, the other Whiney, yeah, the one from the future. Go ahead. Happy New Year's, everyone! Thanks for watching another episode of Wine and Cheese, featuring delicious triple creams. We had Dulce de Bourgogne, we had St. Stephen's, and we had the Cremeux de Citeaux with Truffle. We also heard about the delicious Cinnful pecans with a little bit of cocoa, and the Basque cherries. Yummy in my tummy! Thank you, Keith, for telling us about the champagne. And thank you, Davide from Penns Woods Winery, for telling us about the Slightly Oaked Chardonnay. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button, and leave a comment. If you like the show, we'll keep making it. If you don't like the show, we'll keep making it. And most importantly, remember one thing. Da-ba-doop-a-doop-da-da-doop-a-doop-da-da-da-ba-doop-da.